So I earn over £100,000 a year with a total combined household income of 140. Yet I'm still too poor to shop in places like Waitrose and Marks and Spencer's.
Shop spent £100 yesterday. I opened my fridge this morning and that's all it's got. I was like, where did that £100 go? I mean,
can someone tell me how the fuck people are supposed to go out and enjoy themselves when you get presented with a bill like that for a glass of wine and a Diet Coke? That is £17.
Oh, missed one.
So there you go, folks. The most, broken street in Blackpool, maybe the most broken street in Britain. Such a lack of hope. Look at the state of things.
Not happy. In the Costa del Stamford, I haven't gone away on holiday this year because we can't afford it. Flights are eye-wateringly expensive. Not unless, of course, you're Andy Burnham, who has just spent God knows how much of our money on a 38-minute journey on the country's or the government's biggest jet to get from Scotland to Manchester. I know. Absolute fucker. When the country is on its knees broke, not just a little bit skint, on its knees broke because of his vanity project to have a number 10 in Manchester to suit his needs. You ask the vast majority of the population what they think about number 10, whether it should be in Manchester or not. The answer at the minute is, put it where you like when you can afford it, mate. You can't afford it now. But he's building his second political home in Manchester at taxpayers' expense. He's saying it's not going to cost the taxpayer anything. Oh, you going to pay for it, Andy? Who's paying for it then? If the taxpayer's not going to pay for it, who's going to pay for it? Who's going to pay for the erection of Andy Burnham's vanity project? You tell me. If it's not the taxpayer, I want to see the audit trail. I want to see where the money's coming from. I want to see the ins and the outs. I want to see the building invoices. It's not even going to be ready until 2032. In this precise moment in time, we can't fix roads. We can't fix the NHS. We can't sort education out. We're on a hosepipe fucking ban all over the country. So for those of us that wanted to grow your own, I've now got some very limp looking tomatoes. So I need to go up and down the garden with the fucking watering can because we've got a hosepipe ban because we haven't built any new reservoirs and we haven't fixed any of the leaking pipes. The country is knackered, and it happened in 2 years. Let's not start with the past 14 years. It wasn't in the greatest of shape, let's be totally honest, but the life support wasn't limping through. It's now done, and he goes from Scotland to Manchester on the government's biggest plane, 38 fucking minutes, and you and I can't do a jet to Malaga. And he wants our support. He wants to get us on side. He says, oh, well, nobody complains when everyone goes to London. That's because that's where the fucking Houses of Parliament are, you absolute complete... It's the capital city.
Welcome to Blighty Blighted, your daily reminder that loneliness isn't just costing Britain a little, it's costing us everything. Now then, when people talk about the cost of living, they usually mean the shopping, the rent, the gas bill, the electricity. Fair enough. But I think we've missed one of the biggest costs of all, the cost of being lonely. It's costing us our happiness. It's costing us our communities. It's costing us our confidence. It's costing us our mental health. And, increasingly, it's costing us our ability to simply talk to one another. The most expensive thing in Britain isn't a house. It's a society slowly forgetting how to connect. When I was younger, loneliness certainly existed. But it wasn't nearly as common. You knew your neighbours, you'd pop round for a cup of tea, you'd meet people at the local pub, the working men's club, church, the football, the allotment. People belonged somewhere. Nowadays, many people know hundreds online, but hardly anyone next door. We've got unlimited Wi-Fi and limited conversation. And then we wonder why so many people are anxious, why depression seems more common, why young people struggle with confidence, why older people spend entire days without speaking to another soul. Human beings weren't built for isolation. We were built for families, friendships, communities, shared experiences. Loneliness even costs us financially. One person paying all the rent. One person heating the whole house. One person buying everything. No one to share the burden. No one to share the laughter either.
You can disagree with me on this, but I think this is why so many ordinary working couples suddenly feel broke. Let's say two people bring home about £3,400 a month after tax. Sounds decent, right? But then, mortgage £1,200, council tax £220, gas and electric £180, food shopping £550, fuel £300, car insurance £140, phones and internet £90, car payments £350, Netflix, Spotify, other subscriptions £60, water £45, life insurance £50, couple of kids activities another £150, and suddenly you're left with about 50 quid. No emergency fund, no proper savings, no holiday, no breathing room. And I honestly think that's why so many people are looking for second incomes now. Not because they're greedy and want to get rich, but because modern life feels financially fragile.
£141 on a weekly shop. Now, keeping in mind the boys aren't at school, so I'm not buying lunches, I'm not buying playtime snacks. £141. I actually don't even go to the shops anymore. I do it online so I can budget, and I still can't get it down under that £100. I can't. Oh my god, the cost of living is just going up and up and up and up and up. £141 per week to eat, to survive, to maintain human rights. But my cashback card was used today, so I've got £5 back. I am so happy that I am doing this opportunity, because in the long run it's going to save me hundreds of pounds.
Because people sometimes say, just budget better. Let's actually look at some numbers though, for ordinary numbers for a single parent household. Rent £950, council tax £160, gas and electric £150, food £350, fuel and transport £180, phones and internet £70, insurance £80, school costs and clothes maybe another £120, and suddenly there's nothing left. No emergency fund, no breathing room, no backup if something goes wrong. And I honestly think that's why financial stress feels so heavy for so many people right now. But are we willing to talk about it?
There's a phrase that I really fucking hate. It really gets me down to my bones. And that's when people say the cost of living. The cost of living. Someone woke up one day and decided, oh, we're going to charge people for water, which is a human right. We're going to charge people for food. Do we charge the animals? Do we charge the birds for water and food? No, we fucking don't. It really pisses me off that we label this the cost of living. The cost of living. The probability of you being born is very, very small. And then for someone to turn around and go, it's going to cost you for your life to live. The cost of fucking living. There's people that come over on the boats that are in the hotel. Are they affected by cost of living? No, the fuck. No, not at all. Everything's free. They're not worried about the cost of living. The cost of living? Wow, life is free. This is great. It's only us fucking idiots that get the cost of living. I hate it. It's disgusting. It's a vile phrase.
I still find myself scrapping around for pennies at the end of the month and living paycheck to paycheck as a household. I find myself constantly swapping energy suppliers to find the cheapest one. Not being able to afford to go on holidays where the hotels are 5-star, you're looking at the kind of 3-star accommodation. Having that much money doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to live a financially free and financially stable life. I mean, sure, we own our own house and we don't live in a council house, which is a blessing. However, earning that much money is just offsetting money to the poor. You pay more in tax, that goes to the welfare schemes, when those people themselves could probably get better jobs. If I wasn't taxed as much as I'm taxed, possibly we could afford to live a better lifestyle, eat healthier foods like organic meats, etc. We can't do that, and that's what's wrong with this society.
For one 250ml glass of white wine, just a regular Sauvignon Blanc, nothing special, and a Diet Coke, £17.05. Just to contrast that, I've just come back from France, and over there, so that's about 20 euros. And over there, I visited a little creperie with my daughter, and we both had a glass of wine, and we both had, she had a crepe and I had some ice cream, and the total for that was 14 euros. This is the equivalent of about 20 euros. So 6 euros cheaper. We both had a glass of wine and we both had something to eat. How the fuck can we justify this in England? This sort of pricing in just a pub? How can someone just explain the economics of all of this? Because I just don't get it. I was at the airport yesterday waiting to catch my flight from Poitiers, and even at the airport they were selling glasses of wine. This is an airport for 4 euros. So on the way out at the Wetherspoons pub in Stansted, you can easily pay 10 to 15 euros for a glass of wine. Sorry, pounds for a glass of wine. How can someone just explain the economics of all of this? Because it beats me, it really does.
Okay, I've got some bananas, right? I've got some snacks. Just like, not many though, like 3 or 4 snacks. And I got some coffee. And I got some butter. Right? 100 quid. There's nothing in the freezer, look. Does that really? And some of that I brought with me. So how does that add up to 100 quid, I was thinking? So food prices are mental. You can't get anything these days. You go to a shop, you think, I'll nip in, I'll get some bread and I'll get a little bit of snacky stuff for my lunch, and it's 50 quid. And you walk out with one tiny little carrier bag of stuff. And that's with me buying some of the values products. Look, Morrison's homemade biscuits. They're not McVitie's biscuits, guys. Every single thing that I bought was home brand. See how expensive it is. These were on discount, look. These were £1.45 or something, whereas the main brand of Kellogg's Cocoa Pops were £4.50. So if I bought branded stuff, I would have got nothing for 200 quid. What do you guys think about food prices right now in the UK? It's mental. See you later.
As soon as people get on the internet and on their phone, they stop dating, stop going out meeting, and stop having kids.
I saw the whole thing about it. I thought people were dating all the time by using that.
No, all the data suggests that actually what you're doing is you're sitting on your phone, scrolling around when you could be going out, socializing, going on dates, meeting new people and getting new friends. And it's really interesting because it's too sudden, the collapse in childbearing, to have anything to do with long-term socioeconomic causes. It's one of the other things for which this machine should be blamed.
Yeah.
And polarization, obviously, which is where you began, is the most dramatic example of it all, because these are algorithms of division. They get us all going by winding us up. So we're all seeing images of people picking up crosses, marching on Trafalgar Square, and we're either picking it up because we love it or we hate it.
Yeah.
but it's polarizing us.
Yeah.
And the division between young women and young men, which is exploding around the world. Well, another reason, apparently, why they're not dating is young women are increasingly left-wing, young men are increasingly right-wing, and it's driven by what they see on their phones.
A lot of these sort of, masculine influencers, so-called, they are driving men to hate women. Misogyny is on the rise, in part because that thing. You're absolutely right, by the way. We're going to look back on this as one of the worst social experiments of all time.
How did you become homeless?
I was working in a bar and I lived above the pub. Fortunately, the owners, they got into some financial difficulty, but they weren't upfront with us as staff. The next thing I knew, the bailiffs turned up, they were taking possession of the pub. I lost my home, my job in one day. I didn't get my last wages, I didn't get my last paycheck.
What did the council say when you went to them?
I turned up at the council, I was there for 6 hours. They went away to do an assessment based on what I'd said, so I didn't have a priority need, and they said that therefore they weren't going to emergency house me, and they were fine for me to sleep on the streets.
Being homeless, that doesn't count as being itself a priority need?
No, I mean, homelessness itself should count as being a priority need. It doesn't. You need to have children, you need to be disabled, you need to have a mental health illness, you need to have an addiction issue. You have to tick a box. It's not the fact that the councils can't house you, it's the fact that they don't legally have to. Never been in this sort of way of life before. I've worked all my life, I've paid taxes, and now you're telling me that I can go and sleep on the side of the street, and that the best help you can give me is to give me a sleeping bag.
I think it's going to be very boring, and everything will be the same. I mean, people will be the same, and things will be the same. People will be regarded more as statistics than as actual people.
I expect they will set aside parts of the country solely for recreation and have large blocks of built-up areas. And I think these are going to be very ugly indeed, probably.
First of all, there's computers are taking over now. Computers and automation. And in the year 2000, there just won't be enough jobs to go around, and the only jobs there will be for people with high HQ, high IQ, who can work computers and such things. And other people are just not going to have jobs. There just aren't going to be jobs for them to have.
Something a lot of people don't admit is that in the UK summer they've got no people to do anything with in the UK summer. Like, everyone's alone, like they have nothing to do, they have nowhere to go. They sit in the house on a hot day or they sit in the garden, and it's really nice and all, but then you go on your phone and then you see everyone doing like these cool activities and you think, fucking hell, like what am I supposed to do? Like, why can't I do something? That's why I started this group called Girls Who Gather Manchester. You don't have to be from Manchester to actually come to the events, and up to now we've already done an arts and crafts event. Tomorrow we're doing a candle painting, we've got brunches, we've got paints and sips, we've got networking, like self-love clubs, like we're going to do running, we're going to do a day in Alton Towers, the zoo, picnics. So if you are interested, please follow the TikTok. Also on our Instagram we're a bit more active. But yeah, guys, also if you think like, oh well, it's a bit awkward, like I don't know anyone there, every single person comes alone and they all feel the same, they all feel anxious and scared. And also, if you can't tell, I'm very extroverted, I talk to flipping everyone. So if you feel awkward, I'm sure I'll talk to you. And also we do like little icebreaker games as well. So don't feel alone this summer, come along with us.
I keep saying that wages have gone up, but have you actually looked to see the price difference since 2020? Let's see. People are feeling poorer now than ever. If you have a look at some of the price increases since 2020, so water rates up 50%, council tax is up over 20%, if not more in some areas. Food, 40% in a 6-year space, and apparently it's going up towards the end of the year. You've got energy, that's almost doubled. It's just the prices of everything has increased so much. And that's all before your mortgage or your rent, your childcare, your petrol, your insurances, your transport, anything that you need to do day to day, just as a necessity. It's not even luxury. And this is the bit that people don't get. You might be earning what feels like a decent salary on paper, but the wages just haven't kept up with the price of everything else. And this is why people are feeling just so stretched. And that's why this conversation matters, because you're not alone.
Hey, old diddling guys. Englishmen who lived in Sweden. I'll make this short and sweet. You're all being played. You're all being played over voting reform. Now, Labour are disastrous, Tories disaster, Lib Dems idiots, Green Party, morons. But Reform, you're all being led down the garden path by Nigel Farage. Now I'm going to call this here and now, right? And I pray to God that I'm wrong. But it's galvanised the country. The grifter has galvanised Britain. Even got the jocks on board, which I never thought I'd see. But this is quite simple. Reform will win a sweeping victory in the next election. And when they do, even before everybody's pissed, Farage will declare that he's in bad health, and after 30 years of frontline politics and fighting for Britain, he's stepping down as party leader. And Yousaf, a Pakistani, will be the leader of Reform, and Britain will have a Pakistani Prime Minister. You're all being played. That's it. Ta-ra.
I need to know how the hell people are doing it. How are people surviving and affording life in the UK at the minute? Because driving alone is absolutely rinsing me. I'm going to have to start getting the bus. So, my aircon is broken. To get that fixed, not even fixed, to get a regas, it is £180. I am due a service and an MOT, which together comes in at around £300. I am spending hundreds a month on petrol. Then obviously you've got your car payment if you don't own it outright. You've got your tax, your insurance. It makes me feel sick. And I need to know, like, how are people coping? Because I can't get my head around the fact that just to get these like standard things done to my car, I'm going to have to fork out £500. And you're just expected to have it. Like, when everything else is so expensive as it is. I know obviously like an MOT is not bad, but the service and everything else that you've got to get, it's just ridiculous how much everything seems to be at the minute. Is it just me?
But when you stop to chat to people, you find stories like Robin's there. He's made a good living selling niche products, Danish furniture, in the cheapest rents you can find. Meanwhile, over the road, the buildings fell down and someone dumped their boat and their toilet and everything else. And my friend, you really want to get into my introduction? Yeah, what's Blackpool? You don't ride off now. You stop my monologue. What's Blackpool like for a young guy these days?
It's shit, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Explain.
Too much knife crime and all that.
Knife crime?
Yeah, man.
Oh, mate.
Too much of it, bro.
Yeah. You feel safe driving around on your bike, on your e-bike?
Too many police, man. Too many police.
Hang on a minute. You can't say there's too much knife crime, but then say there's too many police. Because surely the police, surely we need more police to stop the knife crime.
Yeah, fair enough.
You think that's a good point? Yeah. So what's the hope? You born and bred in Blackpool?
Yeah, man.
So what's the hope for someone young like you?
I don't know, bro. It is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, but you don't have to accept it, mate.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What do you think of Blackpool, man?
To me, it gives me really fun memories of when I was your age. I used to come on family holidays. Wonderful memories, wonderful holiday place. But seeing the decline on the South Shore now and on Central Drive and many other areas, I think it's shocking and it upsets me, to be honest. And I feel sorry for young lads like you that are living amongst all this deprivation and poverty.
Yeah, man, it is what it is, isn't it? We've got to fucking survive.
Make the right choices, mate. What's that, mate?
We're doing a thing about the street.
Yeah, about Blackpool, about the decline.
Well, yeah, and it makes you laugh, really, doesn't it? It
doesn't make me laugh. I think it's shocking and atrocious that people that live here
it makes you laugh because everybody comes down here with them cameras and slags this street off, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Disgrace is a mess.
Yeah.
Anyway,
when I say it's a disgrace and a mess, just hear me out. Yeah. It's a disgrace and a mess, but it's been mismanaged to the point that it's not the people's fault.
Of course it has.
Yeah.
Council.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when people tell you in government that they've got control of things and they've got plans for the future, and people tell you, oh, Blackpool's a good place, there's investment, sure there is in the town centre, but all you've got to do is walk down here.
Done.
Yeah.
And do you know something?
You run a business here,
I do.
Yeah.
I retire next week, and you'll be
tell me about it, yeah.
We sold in here the most expensive furniture in the world, and nobody knew anywhere.
Yeah.
We sell Bang & Olufsen. I wrap up next week, finished, been here 12 years.
Yes, mate.
And nobody knew. All they've done is come down here and they photograph every bad shop.
Yep.
Right? fair dues. But then stick your head in mine and see what I've got.
Yeah.
But it's great for me because the rent's only nifty away.
So you chose to put your store here because you get value for rent?
Well, exactly. It's only storage.
Yeah.
Because who around here is going to buy anything out of this shop?
Yeah.
Cheapest thing in the shop's £200 because Danish is very, very, very expensive.
Of course, yeah.
And it's just ironic how we're selling the most expensive furniture in the world at the third most deprived street in Britain.
Yeah.
This place here is going to be, I'd say, within the next 2 years, completely foreign owned. Completely.
Have you got like foreign landlords coming in and buying up streets?
They own it all.
Yeah, probably never even been to Blackpool.
No.
Yeah, but you know, when property's so cheap, they can turn it into HMOs and this. And I'm not here to badmouth Blackpool. I love Blackpool. I love the people, and it reminds me of a time where I still thought this country was a good place to be. I don't like the direction the country's going. So sometimes when I come to Blackpool, I like that kind of kiss me quick, you know, kitschy sort of like fun about it all.
I thought there's a whole thing of Blackpool, and at the moment I've no positives.
Positive things down here.
I've no positives at all around here. There's no. And I said Bond Street at one time was a lively street.
Yeah. And how long ago?
Oh, just a couple of years, and it just went right downhill.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, I've been speaking to some people down on Bond Street, a couple of business owners, and it just absolutely riles me that like it's been allowed to get to that state.
It was at one time. Well, when I was able to work, I was working in the Pleasure Beach, and used to walk out here at 10 o'clock at night even, and there's all the people going.
Really, yeah. Yeah, so close to the Pleasure Beach.
Just nothing there now at all.
So what can be done? What do you think, just your opinion, what can be done to improve the area? Because it's so in decline.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I have no idea. The council has gone that far. I mean, say, if you think of, like Central Town there, they thought, oh, we're getting this casino and all the rest of it. And then when that fell through, it was a case of, I'm not giving the monkeys now.
But it's a bit rough. We need somebody to regenerate it, really.
And how's that, like, what in your opinion, what's a plan for regeneration of this area? It's in quite chronic decline.
We haven't heard anything about anything at the moment because Bond Street used to be the best place you could, you know, go.
Yeah, my friend Stephen told me all about that.
And and this was just as good. And now look, empty post office has been empty so long.
Yeah.
It could be made into something, you know. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? But.
How does it feel like safety wise, you know, like going around the streets like after dark, like do you go out?
No, I won't come here after dark.
You won't come out after dark?
No.
On for my last video, another reason why I don't want to come home is because the UK literally has no community. Like, there's no like, you know, I'll help you out just because I want to help you out, or you know, anything like that. For example, there's a Australian dad here and he's looking after a Spanish couple's children for the afternoon whilst they went to go do a handstand workshop. I don't know what that is, but he just took the kids out for a play date to the beach, and I feel like play dates don't really happen anymore. I don't know whether like Milani just doesn't get invited to them. Like every play date she's had has been because I've initiated it. Like no one comes around your house to play, no one like takes each other out. Is it because it's too expensive? I don't know. Furthermore, she's made friends with 2 Thai girls. The 2 Thai girls of the dad who works here. I guess he's brought his daughters to work. What a beautiful place to bring your kids to work, by the way. And they're having some lunch, and I went over and bought her an ice cream, and he was like, oh, I did offer her some lunch. I said that she could share their chicken, and I bought her a plate out, but she said she didn't want anything because we've just ate. But like, I feel like that would never happen. Like the amount of people that I know that their kids could be eaten and they wouldn't feed another kid. Like you just feed your own kid. Like I'm not like that, but I know a lot of people are, and it's just no community in the UK anymore. There's no like, I don't know, it's a weird place, and no one talks to each other. Like it's so hard to make friends. Yeah, I don't know. I could go on about this for so long.
Is anyone out there struggling with like loneliness? I feel like it's just me, but it's like I can't be the only one struggling with it, you know? It's such a reality of like admitting that I am so lonely. Admitting like there's literally not one person in my life right now that knows about what's going on in my life. That's the reality. I have nobody that I can call me like, oh, I had the worst day. They don't know. No one knows. And I've tried to do so much introspective work, working on myself and seeing what is wrong with me that like no one wants to be my friend or whatever, you know. And I think it's just me. Like I don't know. Because everyone's gonna come on the internet and say like you're toxic, like there's something you're doing wrong, and maybe there is, but like I don't know what it is, you know. I would fix it, and I'm not. I know that if I was in a different country, it would be so much better, because just America is just such an individualistic society, and everyone lives on their own in their own little cubicle, in their own little box, and I'm not built that way. I am not built to live in a box in my own world. I'm built to like live in a community and raise kids together and nurture each other, and it's just not the world that I live in. And it's really lonely. I will admit it's very lonely. And it's just been something on my mind for a while. Like I reach out, I try to make connections. I try, and for whatever reason, I just can't. I can't, like, there's nobody, and I don't know. I can't be the only one. I have to believe that there's other people struggling with this. And part of me is like, I don't even want to complain, because like I have, in every other facet of my life, it is so full. I love my career, I love my family, I love my kids so much. My kids are my world. And yet there's just like this part of me that's so lonely. I just want connection so bad. And for whatever reason, I can't get it. And I don't know how. And that's how I'm feeling today.
For years, I desired, especially when I was younger, to just be liked by everybody, to go out my way, try and make people happy, try and make people smile. And through a lot of that, I didn't really raise a proper smile or a proper laugh myself. It was a fake laugh, a fake smile, because I was so fixated on making other people laugh, making other people smile, and so fixated in wanting to fit in, wanting to be liked by everybody. And when I was younger, I thought that was what was important. Desiring to be liked by everyone, getting everyone to try and like you. And then I had a lot of people which laughed at me, not with me, along the way, which didn't make me feel good, which made me feel quite crappy, to be fair. Made me feel low, down on myself. Over time, as the years rolled on, that turned into disliking myself, hating myself, with all the negative responses and the things that people used to say. And I used to let people push me around. I used to be like, yes man, you know, when you say yes to everything and they ask you to do things, yes, yes, yes. Even when you wanted to really say no, you'd say yes to every single thing people asked you, just so you'd be liked, just so you would fit in. And as that life rolls on, as you get older, you get wiser. And I definitely got wiser. And I evaluated my environment that I created, the environment that I kept on trying to create, and I realized it was the wrong environment. The environments that I kept on creating over and over and over and over, they weren't fitting for me. They weren't working for me. Because in that environment, I had people which, they didn't really like me. They used me a lot, manipulated me a lot, got what they could from me, because Steve was dependable. He's a nice guy, so he'll say yes to everything. If we want something, he'll do it. If we say jump, he'll say how high. We'll polish strings like a puppet, and he'll move accordingly. And that was true. And then I woke up to those sort of people. I woke up to the environments that I was creating, and I decided to change things. I decided to cut away from all the negativity, all the people that were holding me back, which were pulling me down, which were using me, which were manipulating me, which were causing me turmoil up here, which were making me question myself, making me feel down on myself, making me feel like I was a crappy person. And the truth be known is, most of those people, if I ever picked up the phone to them, if I ever needed them, they would have never been there for me. Because they always made it about them, and it was always about what they could take from the friendship more than it was what they could offer to the friendship. So I decided to cut away from those kind of people. I decided to work on me. I decided to find my peace. I decided to put me first. I decided to get acquainted with the word no. And now I realized I didn't need a load of people around me. I don't need to be liked by people. The only people I need to be liked by is the people which are closest to me. The only environment I need to create is the environment that I want to be in. The one which are full of people which are going to uplift me, which are going to encourage me, which are going to support me. And I'm going to do the same back with them. And that's what I've started doing. And I've been doing it for many years. And now I'm surrounded by better people. I've met people the last couple of years that have been amazing. Social media has allowed me to meet some amazing people. I've made some amazing friends which are now in my life, which I now connect with on a daily basis. People that actually love me for me. People that don't desire to change me. People that laugh with me, not at me. And what I'm trying to say is, our peace and our happiness.
The cheapest thing in Britain today is sending a text. The most valuable thing is having someone knock on your front door. Then there are the social skills. Conversation is becoming a lost art. People panic making phone calls. Some avoid eye contact. Others spend more time talking to artificial intelligence than to their neighbors. Now there's a sentence I never thought I'd say in my 90-odd years. Perhaps we've become richer in technology, but poorer in companionship. And if that's true, we've paid an awfully high price. The real crisis facing Britain isn't just the cost of living. It's the cost of living without each other. Because loneliness doesn't just empty your evenings. It empties communities. It empties purpose. And eventually, it empties hope. Cheerio. And remember, if loneliness is costing us everything, perhaps saying hello to someone is worth more than we realize.